After 3 incredible races down under, we're back in the United States and at the fast and unforgiving St. Petersburg Street Circuit for rounds 4 and 5 at the 2017 Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Hi everyone and welcome to Florida's Sunshine City. I'm Matt Nolte along with Sean Cermony. And Sean, we had 3 different winners down in Adelaide and now we're back at one of the most popular stops on the tour.
Absolutely. You know, this is a huge track, a lot of speed, a lot of airtime. Let's take a moment, get a little more comfortable with this track because there's going to be some high-flying action here.
I love the variety of what we've got at this course. Here's the track preview. We're on board with Matty Brabom. This is the run down the Albert Whitted Airport, which turns hard right, which takes us back into the scenic part, the more street circuit type part of this amazing course.
Now you mentioned we're coming down the airport. That is on one of the main runways, so they are wide open, 150 miles an hour into turn 1 right there, and they start getting into this tight section here as they start to get in through some of the jumps. You're going to see some of the curbs here from the IndyCar race and things, as we show an example right now going into turn 3. These curbs don't make any difference at all for the Super Trucks, as it's just more or less another obstacle for Matty Brabom right there in his Safecraft safety equipment truck. So you see, it's kind of another obstacle here. They get into a tight section in the back. This is where the waffle bellies come up against the fence. The people will be 10 feet deep as they go off this slower ramp, getting set up right here and go heading down these fast straightaways.
This is the fastest part of the course down Bayshore Drive. There's a little kink on the left-hand side here, topping speeds of nearly 150 miles an hour on the hard brake down to turn 10.
Now you see on one side you got a lot of hard wall, the other side you got the ocean right there. So real tricky right there, real tight sections. They come in right through here, a lot of big fans, all the big yachts sitting over there. Great action right here. We're going to see some exciting stuff as we have the years past right through this tight chicane area as well.
Down to this final corner. This is back into the airport. Just listen to the way that Brabom just patiently waits with the throttle here. Easy, easy, easy. Then back on the loud pedal, down onto this main straight. We've got this jump to come through, and then you just feel yourself lift out of the seat as you come towards the finish line.
Well over 200 feet of airtime and distance right there to get to the start-finish line, and that completes a lap here. So it's an exciting race here in St. Petersburg. This weekend's going to be no different, man.
Time to take a look at the points after the first 3 rounds down in Adelaide, and the dude, Paul Morris, has got a 15-point lead over Sheldon Creed. A bit of a margin back to Matt Brabom, Toby Price and Robbie Gordon completing the top 5 here. 3 different winners down in Adelaide, I thought was some of the great racing we've seen so far.
Well, you know, it's a stacked field here with Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Every year, the talent pool gets deeper and deeper, and now we're at the point where you can dive into this talent pool head first, and you're not going to get hurt. So a lot of talented drivers, and here's our starting grid map.
So it's an inversion of qualifying, which sees the Jeff Hoffman, starting out of pole position alongside Nazareth, Pennsylvania's Bill Hines. Davey Hamilton Jr. will start his first race from 3rd position, but some of the big names down the back, including Gordon and Creed. But, of course, we've got competition cautions to talk about. We'll take a look at some of your onboards, though. And the 2-time champ, Sheldon Creed, is carrying one as the visor comes down aboard the #1 Arctic Cat entry.
And there is Ari Lyondike Jr., the number 25. Ari with his United Fiber and Data suit on there. He is ready to rock and roll this year. He's back with Stadium Super Trucks. And his first time out this weekend in a Super Truck, Davey Hamilton Jr. He is his father's son. No doubt after watching him test. Very talented young man, and with a new livery. With Safecraft safety equipment, that is the number 83 of Matty Brabom. So as I mentioned, deep talent pools. This is wild. It's going to be crazy. They are off. The green flag is flying.
Well, Hoffman has left Bill Hines. Hines was like a jet down in Adelaide in all 3 races from the front row. But the Hoff gets us through turn #1. Hines back to 2nd. Hamilton Jr. is 3rd. And Robbie Gordon and Sheldon Creed treating it like an expression session at the back already.
I guess so. The number 7 Toyota tire truck and Robbie Gordon going into turn 1. Super wide, all kinds of sideways. Using those Toyota tires to get the power to the ground. Those guys got their work cut out from qualifying. The fastest drivers are going all the way to the back. That's where they start this race. The slower guys to the front as they go almost 3 wide right there into turn number 3. The action is off and flying right off the bat.
We expect this to be a bottleneck on the first lap as they zip on by up towards Beach Street on lap #1. If you set yourself up nicely at the run out of turn number 9, it's just a short little corner here, but that ramp catches a lot of people out.
Absolutely, and that ramp, it sets them up for this next turn here. See some of the guys, they enter a little bit better. There is Sheldon Creed, Paul Morris. They are side by side after that ramp. Out in front, the number 50-to-1 fuel ratio, the true fuel driver, Jeff Hoffman. Hoffman, this is his 2nd weekend in the Stadium Super Truck. He did finish on top of the podium, race number 3, last weekend in Adelaide, Australia. Now he's out in front. This is a great opportunity for the Hoff to be on top of the podium today.
We zip around the backside. It's through Dan Weldon Way, and then the little chicane through the backside of the pits, and then down to the very, very tight hairpin around this 1.8 mile street course made up of 14 turns, and Brab's plenty of understeer. He'll try the switchback on the exit of the final turn.
I guess so. Brab making it too wide right there, trying to get around Hoffman on the outside. You see dust and tire smoke all bellowing off these trucks. They are wide open. We're on board with Matty Brabom, the Safecraft safety equipment truck. Goes to the inside, gets a little draft. Big difference making the draft here of these trucks. They move a lot of air around. So Matty Brabom draft a little bit off the true fuel of the Hoff right there. Moves into first place. Hoffman back in second. Bill Hines in third place. And you see right there is PJ Jones in the 98 as well. He's starting to make quick work of the pack. But where is Robbie Gordon? Where is Sheldon Creed? They started all the way in the back as we hop on board with Creed.
Oh, Creed, nowhere to go. Davey Hamilton Jr. down the inside as we got 2 rows of 3. Brakes locking up, Toyo tyres going everywhere, and now the cork has popped out the champagne bottle.
As you see, a lot of smoke bellowing off the tires there. The number 7 Arctic Cat Wildcat 1000 driver Sheldon Creed as we're back on board with him. Always an exciting ride. He's applying a lot of pressure right now to Davey Hamilton Jr. as we're on board with Jr. right now. Gets into Jones. Oh, says PJ Jones, hello, I'm now in Super Trucks. Tries to move him out of the way. Jones will get him back. He's been in these trucks for a long time, and he's only as aggressive as you make him be. And PJ Jones, I'm sure, is going to repay that favor.
Son of the great Parnelli Jones, an Indianapolis 500 winner back in the days as well. There's Creed on the inside, and Gordon still not making too much of an impression, but the competition caution is not too far away.
That's right, Matt. We do have 2 mandatory competition cautions that are going to happen in this race as we're on board with Sheldon Creed. See the smoke coming off his Toyo tires right now. A lot of these drivers running it in deep in these final 2 turns as they carry their speed into this big Toyo tire jump. Almost too wide, over 200 feet in distance, over the top of the catch fence. Huge air for all of our Stadium Super Truck competitors.
I'd like to say I'm impressed with Davey Hamilton's effort here, but I'm not surprised he's racing this hard so early. Son of Davey Hamilton Sr. is down the inside. He's getting squeezed out there into turn number 1 and drops 2 places, but the son of Davey Sr., he's got a massive career ahead of him.
Absolutely, he does. A lot of talent. We've seen Davey Sr. on the podium in these trucks. We've seen him driving the pace car. We've seen him involved in a lot of different ways. Now Junior involved as well, and as I mentioned earlier, he is his father's son. He's got the talent and the ability. It just takes a little bit of seat time to get used to these trucks. It's right there. There's PJ Jones in that bright orange Speed Energy truck, looking very comfortable. He's slowly moving through the pack. The Hoff slowly kind of going the wrong direction. Different circuit though. Took him a while to get warmed up in Adelaide, Australia last weekend. 3 races to be in fact, to trying to get up to speed. So we'll see him get faster as the weekend goes on. So we are on board with Sheldon Creed in the Arctic Cat Wildcat 1000 truck. He follows behind Paul the Duke Morris as they get into another one of those real fast sections.
Different livery for Paul Morris. He's part of a 3-prong attack with Bill Hines' team. Arie Luyendyk Jr. is the 3rd driver in that mix, and he's got the elbows up. This is classic Paul Morris you're watching right now.
He's got the elbows up, yes. It's almost motocross, supercross styles there, bar banging, side by side, almost 3 wide. There is Robbie Gordon in the number 7 Toyo truck. He is catching up to the pack right there. So right now, here we are in the first of 2 mandatory competition cautions, Matt Nolte. So this is to pack the pack back down, bunch them back up again to keep the excitement up and going.
And just like that, we've got them stacked up into it. We'll take a break. We've got the second part of race 1 coming up from St. Petersburg right after this break.
Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Toyota.
This actually was my first experience off-road. You know, Robbie sort of took me under his wing and brought me over from open wheel, and it's just an amazing series. And this season I'm sponsored by the multi-platinum Rock Band Live, which is on the truck, which is beautiful, black, looks fast, and obviously racing with UFD, which also has Bill Hines and Paul Morris. So we have a really good, solid team, so hopefully get those results. I'll be doing all the North American races, plus the 2 races in China. So that just gets us basically a full season minus 2 Australia rounds. And very excited about that. It'll give me some more consistency in the truck, and hopefully I can get more podiums in. Having a race in conjunction with IndyCar is amazing. We have so many fans out there, and every time we hit the track, you know, they come to the fences, they watch the race, the kids love it. I think it definitely is the best show of the weekend. So it's just one of those things where it's an awesome opportunity. You never know what's going to happen. It's very unpredictable racing, which makes it great for the fans to watch. Gosh, it's like controlling the chaos, really, because there is so much that happens. You know, the fastest qualifier has to start in the back, which is totally different than any other racing. So, and the races are short, so you got to be on your game, you got to be quick, and there's not a lot of track time either, so you have to adapt well. So it's just one of those things where, as a driver, you really test your ability, and it really makes you got to earn it. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where it's a show for sure.
Certainly is a show, and we've seen thousands of fans over the years flock to racetracks across Australia and America in the past couple of years. We're getting set for the restart. The first competition caution is now in the books, and get set for some of the faster guys who are buried in this pack to start the charge forward.
Well, you know, I think we got some people that are kind of in trouble right now. Out in front, you got Matty Brabom, you got Ari Lyondike, you got PJ Jones, you got fast guys out front as they land off that first Toy Tires jump. The green flag is flying. We are off and running as we get running towards our second and final mandatory competition caution. This is when the guys got to really start thinking and planning a strategy as goes to the inside. Ari Lyondike sticks to the inside, not able to make it happen. Matt Brabham stays out in front, side by side. Oh, that is Gordon and Paul the Dude Morris swapping paints. They go into turn number 1.
Set him up nicely down to turn number 1 as we run down to turn 3. Now the wall's been moved away a bit there, which opens up the axis of the turn for much faster speeds as down the inside he goes on PJ Jones. And the two-time champ locking the rears of the Arctic Cat Wildcat entry, but couldn't get it done through there.
He was running pretty aggressive there. I thought he was going to really move PJ Jones out of the way, but he didn't. Got a good clean pass on him. Right there is Creed, moves up one more spot. Clean pass past Jones. Jones is now racing him clean as well. Two gentlemen, if you will, out here on the track. I expected some more paint swapping.
Maybe a little bit early, but that was for third position now as down this long straight with that sharp left-hand kick. It's Brabham, Lyondike Jr. Creed is up to third place now, and here comes Robbie Gordon.
It is a fast section right here, but we get into one more jump and then through the chicane. We've seen a lot of big mistakes over the years here. This is what's going to happen. You see the number 7 Toyota Tire entry of Robbie Gordon. So we're on board with Creed. Great shot shooting out the back. Now on board with Creed, shooting through the front here. This chicane, this is where we've seen a ton of mistakes over the years. See a lot of smoke bellowing off those tires of Creed and the Arctic Cat Wildcat number 1. So he goes to the inside of Ari Lyondike and applies some big pressure as they get some huge air off the Toyota Tires round.
Now, while Brabham has a fairly sizable lead, there is another competition caution to come in this first race here at St. Petersburg today. There's more passing happening down on the run here to turn number 1. So PJ Jones has lost a couple of positions in this last couple of laps.
He has actually kind of going in the wrong direction. I don't know if he's having some problems or what have you, but he's going the opposite direction. There is Ari Lyondike. He says, move over, Creed. You're not just coming through me like that, as he gets into Creed real hard right there. You see Creed, he's starting to pick up the aggression a little bit as the race goes on here. We're on board right now with Robbie Gordon. He's got the best seat in the house. Almost 3 wide, swapping, tank swapping like he was on a dirt bike back and forth right there. Able to get in there on the outside of Lyondike. Is he making it stick? He's up on 3 wheels, makes a pass, and sets his sights on Sheldon Creed.
Gordon and Lyondike. What does that remind you of?
Oh, man.
Down off Beach Street and into Bayshore Drive. They go right against the wall. A packed house here today at St. Petersburg for rounds 4 and 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Through the left-hand sweep we go, and now Gordon with his old sparring partner Sheldon Creed. We've got some big scraps going on right through the field for the minor places too.
Meanwhile, out in front right now, we just got Matty Brabom. He's on his own, doing his thing, looking comfortable, feeling really, really good. I'm sure he's looking in that rearview mirror, seeing this outright battle just unleashed behind him here. A lot of pressure behind him. I'm sure it's hard to just keep his sights on what's in front of him and just keep on moving forward.
Down to the tight, very tight hairpin right on the curbs. Plenty of tires being locked up through there. It's the speed you carry through turn 11 and 12 which can unhook you at that final turn. But Brabham still has the lead. It's the usual suspects in the top 3. We go back to Creed and Gordon as they make the run down here to turn number 1. Look, Gordon, he's thinking about it. He's right on the back of Creed. And from nowhere, He pushes him right to the curb, and that was opportunistic, and it's paid off, or has it? Yes, it has.
What patience it was. You can't pull out too early on Creed like that, because he will, he is going to make up for that. So we see a quick replay here. A lot of patience, Goes in, mows the lawn just a little bit. Up on those Toyo tires, doing a little bit of off-road. Bumps him out of the way. Pretty clean pass for Stadium Super Truck Racing. I have to tell you what, Robbie Gordon, he's still got it. He's found some new speed here this weekend.
Creed waited and waited and waited for that pass to happen. And vintage Robbie Gordon, he moves up another spot now as they go down off the Beach Street section and back onto Bayshore Boulevard. But I can't stress enough, there is another comp caution to come up here, and they'll stack the field up.
Now, that's great news for the rest of the field, but not for Matty Brabom.
No.
I mean, right now, first, second, third, we got Brabom, Gordon, Creed. Talk about the amount of talent in Stadium Super Trucks driving. These are the guys. I mean, these are the ones that you normally see up front battling a lot. Of course, we got Lion Dyke and the doing things, but these top three right now, this is serious stuff, and this is, you see the yellow flag hanging out there at turn 11. This is your second and final mandatory comp caution. Some wild racing so far, man, Nolte.
It's almost like we can breathe right now. The top three, Brabom, Gordon, and Creed. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back to St. Pete right after this. We're back at St. Petersburg right at a critical moment. The second competition caution is in the books, and we are set for a thrilling finish with the three tough guys of Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks at the pointy end of the field.
It's just been absolutely wild. I can't believe that we still have laps left in this race.
Yeah.
It's been pretty darn physical. Guys moving a lot of other drivers out of the way. We've numerous lead changes. It's been wild, but right now we're going to drop the green flag one more time. Single file, rolling start here, about to come up as they land off this Toyo Tires ramp, and it's going to be an all-out battle to the checkered flag. Green is out, and we are off and racing.
Here comes Gordon, pulling out already for a pass on the inside of Matty Brabom. It's the Safecraft equipment entry against the Toyo Tires. Number 7 as down the inside. Will he be able to hold on to it here?
And he just gets by. He's been real fast right there, Gordon here. Going into turn 1, braking really hard and being patient. He got by Creed there a few laps ago, got by Matty Brabom there. I think these boys might be in trouble. Robbie Gordon has found some serious speed here in St. Petersburg.
He was quick in Adelaide. Remember in practice and qualifying down there, and certainly in one of the races, and that's transferred back across the ocean here to St. Petersburg in round 4 of this year's championship. 2.5 laps to go as they come down towards turn number 8.
See, right now we're on board with Matt Brabom, the 83 Safecraft safety equipment truck. He is in P2 right now. He's got a bullseye on the back of Robbie Gordon's Toyo Tire number 7 truck as he wants to take back that top spot. Meanwhile, a lot of great races as well, going back for 4th, 5th, and 6th right now with Ari Lyondike. We got the dude back there. And right now we see Creed. He's drafting off of Brabom a little bit, looking pretty racy, goes to the inside as they go too wide off that Articat ramp, side by side.
They were teammates last year in the second half of the championship, and now they run side by side through the chicane and down to the final turn. What a pass that was at one of the most trickiest parts of this circuit. Phenomenal stuff.
Oh, absolutely good racing right there. You see what both live teammates, Paul the Dude Morris and Ari Lyondike, they are side by side. We hop on board here with Matty Brabom. He's side by side with his ex-teammate Sheldon Creed. Creed holds it wide back to the inside. Oh man, if that doesn't make you want to hang on for dear life. What a great pass there.
That was seriously cool, and right to the edge of the limits they have here as we've got 2 laps to go. So Gordon through the sweeping right-hander, which has been repaved. They've taken the crown out of the road there this year, which made it a lot more flatter through the exit on the right-hand side. But I don't think Creed's done here yet.
Absolutely. Now they've said with some of this new asphalt, it's real slippery. You got to really be easy, and you got to look for traction out there. Well, I think our top 3, they found that traction, and they're moving forward, getting those Toyo tires, putting the power to the ground as they're slowly leaving the bit of the pack right now.
Past the speed shot down through Beach Street, come out leading trio. Further back then to Morris Lyondike Jr. We're back on board here with Sheldon Creed. He runs second with 2 laps to go through the sharp left-hand kink, chasing down his old adversary, Robbie Gordon, as he gets sideways and lights up the Toyo tires.
Wow! As we said, tricky, fast section here into this chicane. We saw Sheldon Creed make a great pass to this section on Matty Brabom a lap earlier. See if he can do it again. to Robbie Gordon as they start to pull away. A little bit of a lead on Matt Brabom as they're on board with Sheldon Creed right now. Not able to make the same pass he did earlier. Robbie Gordon backing it down. Nice and easy. Hey, big crash for Matt Brabom. The safe crash, safety quit number 83, got into the wall. It's going to be funny to see if he had any assistance there, if he did it all as well. Meanwhile, white flag is out. It's going to be an all-out dogfight, Matt.
1.8 miles, 14 turns of the St. Petersburg street course remain. It's Gordon and Creed. Down the inside goes Creed. The door slams shut in his face. That's one option out the way. In the meantime, let's go back and take a look at the replay of what happened to Matt Brabom on the run down to the final turn.
Here we are on board, looking out of the front of Brabom's truck. He's good, he's bad. On his own, I don't know if maybe somebody bumped him around, maybe someone got into him. We're on board off the back of Matt Brabom. No one there. Brabom into the wall. It's crazy. I can't quite tell. Here we are. Look up in front of us right now. This is on board with Paul the Dude Morris. Brabom all by his lonesome, Matt.
Very weird incident on the left-hand side. Looking out the back of Sheldon Creed's entry, and it just lazily went to the left and kissed the wall. Very bizarre incident. Meantime, at the front, Gordon, Creed, side by side. Are we going to see some switchback stuff here?
Yes, we are. This is where things start getting real tactical here. We've seen a lot of passing from both these competitors just today alone so far. We're going to see if who's got the deeper bag of tricks right now. So you see, we're on board with Sheldon Creed. He's in his Arctic Cat Wildcat number 1. He is trying to apply some pressure to the number 7 Toyota Tires driver of Robbie Gordon. Gordon finding some good speed last week in Adelaide, finding more speed here this weekend at St. Petersburg, Florida. As you know, these guys are pushing it when you got a guy like Creed into the wall like that all on his own. You know, these guys are giving these trucks everything they've got.
I think he's only got one real chance here to make it happen. It won't be down Dan Weldon Way. It'll be the run down to the final turn. I think Gordon is going to hold on here in race number 1. We jump on board with the 2-time Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks champ. Gordon will drive it right down the middle here, and it's going to be up to Creed to use the inside, which he does. There's contact on the way through.
Yes, Creed dives the inside, tries to move him out of the way, not able to make it happen. Tesla getting very aggressive. All kinds of sideways off the final jump for Robbie Gordon as they drag race down to the checkered flag.
Was that not one of the highest jumps we have seen at the finish? And Robbie Gordon holds on by absolutely nothing in the end here.
Wow. Well, I mean, you know, every year, we talked about this early on the show, every year St. Petersburg, this street course delivers the excitement here with Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks, and absolutely no different here this weekend. Look at the fans, absolutely love it. 20, 30 feet deep there.
Amazing. Robbie Gordon and Sheldon Creed from the back of the field go 1 and 2 here. Paul Morris holds down 3rd, PJ Jones, Lyndyke Jr. in 5th, down to Hamilton Jr., Hoffman, Hines, Brabham, and Gavin Harlian, the top 10 in round number 4. Let's catch up with our winner.
Yeah, it was good. You know, I had a good opportunity there. I think the 2 cautions are good for us. You know, normally we only do 1. We've asked for a little more time here with IndyCar. That extra 5 minutes seems to make a difference. And I knew I was going to have an opportunity on the 2nd caution to make a run at it. And when Sheldon left the door open and Matt didn't jump the start very hard, it gave me an opportunity to capitalize and move past both those guys. So it was a good race, a lot of fun. And obviously we've got a clean truck for tomorrow, so we just got to keep putting it together and try to win the weekend.
He absolutely means business this year, Robbie Gordon, but Paul Morris's championship lead has come down just a fraction after that race ahead of Sheldon Creed. Robbie Gordon 3rd, Matt Brabham in 4th, and Toby Price not here this weekend, holding down 5th place. There is your top 3 in round number 4, but don't go anywhere because race number 2, round 5, is up next here in St. Petersburg. Welcome back to St. Petersburg here in Florida for round number 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Look high above this amazing street circuit here, which has already provided loads of action here today. Robbie Gordon won the first race of the day, but we reset the grids. It's a full inversion of the overall points so far to this weekend, and Matt Brabham will get pole position alongside Gavin Harley and Bill Hines and Jeff Hoffman on the 2nd row. Davey Hamilton Jr. and Ari Lyndyke Jr. go side by side on the 3rd row. And there's the 2 guys at the back, Creed and Gordon. Here's Gordon carrying the onboard camera here, gives the visor a wipe. He's pumped up for round number 5.
Yeah, just coming off victory from our last race here. He's ready to go. There is PJ Jones. PJ Jones has run well here in the past. See him in the new livery this weekend in the Speed Energy number 98. And there is Bill Hines with United Fiber and Data truck number 57. Bill hopefully running well as well. And then there is the Royal Purple driver. That is Gavin Harlan the number 55 here. Gavin Harlan had a little bit of a struggle in race 1 here this weekend, but it's going to be a whole new deal as we get ready to drop the rag here and go green flag race, and they are off and running. Big trouble right off the bat. You have someone this fast like Brabom starting up on the pole, having trouble yesterday. Now up in the pole, this is trouble for everyone in the pack.
But we've thought about that. That's why we put a couple of competition cautions in, because he might get 20 seconds down the road here in the first few laps, but it will mean absolutely nothing. The opening lap here, down to turn number 3, Gordon and Creed coming from the back, but Brabom taking young Gavin Harlan with him. We saw him in Adelaide have that incident in the final race on the Sunday.
Look at him, Davey Hamilton Jr. on the left side of your screen. Oh! Just goes from 5th all the way up to 3rd place. Great run right there. He's coming out with a lot of aggression right off the bat.
That was incredible. And now we see Hamilton Jr. under siege from Lyndike Jr., PJ Jones, and the Hoff in the True Fuel entry.
Look at these guys, very tight right off the bat. These guys not afraid to go 2, 3, sometimes 4 wide on the first lap right away. And you see towards the back right now, once again, you got Robbie Gordon. He's got his work cut out from him. Sheldon Creed, he's got his work cut out from him. Meanwhile, out in front, looking very comfortable right now. You already got Brabom. There is Hamilton Jr., his first time out this weekend in Stadium Super Trucks. Ari Lyondike Jr. in the number 25 as well. A lot of great races right off the bat.
And nowhere to go down the bottom as he tries to put it to the inside, but it changes to the outside at the top here. He needs to shut the door. This is going to be 3 wide. We haven't seen this for a long time down here.
Trucks almost get hooked together. I believe it was Hamilton and Lyondike. Meanwhile, PJ Jones, he's able to move up a position and capitalize on that contact, as there they are, 2 wide over that jump, well over 200 feet in distance. A lot of high flying action here in St. Petersburg.
Lap 1. That's lap 1, folks, not the last lap. Keep that one in mind. As down the inside goes PJ Jones. Will he get 2 for the price of 1? Where is the dude going?
Oh.
He's leaving here at a rapid rate of knots.
Paul Morris going real wide there, braking really late. That's he's gonna need the 2 competition cautions to make up for that mistake there, as the dude goes way wide. On board right now with Ari Lyondike Jr., the number 25, gets her back around Jones, putting some pressure on Hamilton Jr. Nice clean pass. Hamilton lets him in there, says, hey, too early in the race to completely bang my truck up, as they follow in and follow a leader through that tight section.
Puts him up to 3rd place now. Now he becomes the man they chase. Down to Beach Street they come. Lap 2 of 9, a competition caution not too far away. The 2 juniors lead Jones back to Creed, further back then to Robbie Gordon.
Look at these guys. You can throw a blanket over those 5 trucks right there, as we're on board with Ari Lyondike Jr. looking out the back of his truck. Great shot at Davey Hamilton Jr. As we said earlier, Hamilton Sr., he's been on the podium in this class. See if he's getting any pointers from the old man since yesterday. And we got, PJ Jones gets into Lyondike hard. And it looks like, are they hooked? They look like, I think they're hooked together, Matt. They are hooked together. It's only maybe the 2nd time or 3rd time we've seen that happen. Wouldn't have been that big of a hit. It just might have been just right. Oh, there goes Creed. He mows the lawn a little bit to the inside there. Leans a little bit. Our 3rd position here. Not able to make it happen. Davey Hamilton to the outside. Creed to the inside as they drag race down into turn 1.
So Creed from the back of the field is already up towards the top 3 position. Overcast conditions here today at St. Petersburg compared to round number 4 we just saw a few moments ago. There's a really tricky incident, unfortunate incident between those 2 there. It's put them right to the back of the field. The competition caution, though, not too far away, but hopefully not too much damage.
Absolutely. Hopefully they don't have much damage. They do have an opportunity to still move up through the pack. Their podium opportunities, or maybe could be a little shot. We're on board right now with Hamilton Jr. Hearing his name a lot. He's running really well today here. Doing very good as he gets back in front of Gordon. Gordon not able to make the pass. He's sandwiched between Creed and Gordon. How about baptism by fire in Stadium Super Trucks? You're Davey Hamilton Jr., and you're locked in between those 2 drivers. There's been 4 championships in this series. All 4 are owned by those 2 guys, and you're the meat in this sandwich right now.
Don't look in the rear vision mirror, Davey. It's all I can say. Gordon pulls out for a look. He's on the wrong side here. We'll try to switch back through the left side here. Down Bayshore Drive, and the hard brake. We're on board with Gordon. The hard brake, we saw the incident on the last lap down here, and we do it with the young 19-year-old Hank Tuff.
He stays on it, doesn't let him by. Hamilton Jr. says, I know what you're trying to do here. I'm not going to allow that to happen. There is Paul Morris. He was on the gas.
So here's the replay of what happened down the bottom. He moved across. They've connected wheels, and it was enough of a hit, but these 2 were joined up. This will be better. So watch from the top of PJ Jones. He's got the wheel. They've connected and pretty much joined at the hip from this point.
It looks like, they just got the two front wheels hooked together, their two front tires, and just in the right spot. I mean, a matter of a couple inches, and they wouldn't have got hooked up right there.
The competition caution is out. Matt Brabom is your leader from Sheldon Creed. We'll take a very short break and come back for the second part of round number 5 here in St. Pete. Welcome back to the streets of St. Petersburg and round 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports today. Matt Nolte and Sean Cermony with you. The competition caution is in. One is in the books anyway. The last two trucks just tag into the back of the field here. Matt Brabom led from pole position here, but will they catch him in this second part?
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, one more comp caution coming up yet, but technically speaking, as far as, on paper goes, they shouldn't catch Matt Brabom. He is that fast. He had bad luck yesterday, so he had the pole today. So we're going green flag racing right now as they're off and running. One more comp caution to go. A lot of excitement's unfolded thus far. Matty Brabom's out in front. Sheldon Creed pulls to the inside of him right now.
So Gavin Harlian about to be passed for second place as Brabom leads the field down into turn number 1. Lap 4 of 9 here, round 5. They sweep on by. We've got side-by-side action between Gordon and Hamilton Jr., who's pushed away from the ramp down in turn number 1.
Now Hamilton, he got pushed around the ramp a little bit, but you are allowed to miss a ramp in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks if it's airing on the side of safety, as long as you don't gain a position or gain ground on another competitor. So that's not going to be a problem for USAC's race control. As you see right now, Hamilton and Gordon side by side. We just watched a couple laps of the same battle, and Hamilton Jr. really hanging on well, saying, hey man, I got the talent, I deserve to be here.
It's in the truck that we usually see Eric Davis drive, the always evolving entry. We look back behind the field, it leads Gordon and Jeff Hoffman. Down into turn 9 they go. So down Bayshore Drive we go on lap number 4. Hamilton Jr. is not letting go of Robbie Gordon here. This is very good for the man that turns 20 next week.
Absolutely, it's first time out, debuting in Stadium Super Trucks here this weekend and having this kind of battle. Gordon goes to the inside, plays nice with him a little bit. Now we're going on lap 3 that Davey Hamilton Jr. has been holding Gordon off. They have been playing well with one another as Gordon goes to the outside of the chicane. That'll put him to the inside. Not able to make it stick there as they go into the last and final turns of this lap.
He's left the door open. It's an opportunity. Contact now between Morris and Gordon. Hoffman on the outside there. He wants nothing to do with this at the moment as they hit the Toyo Tires ramp and pass the finish line to complete lap 4.
Morris forcing himself to get aggressive. Big mistake earlier on in the race going to turn 1. Went really wide, lost a lot of positions as we're on board right now with Hamilton Jr. Gordon finally gets him good and clean. Morris to the inside as well. Morris not able to make a stick. Look at Hamilton. Says, no sirree, Bob. You are not going to the inside.
No!
Oh, and the dude is over. Paul Morris, we're just saying some aggressive driving. He needed to do what he had to do to move up through the pack, and now he's up on his roof playing turtle.
He's hit the ramp and he lays on his side at turn number 1, and out comes the yellow. So you'd have to think this would be the second competition caution now. Wow, yeah. Paul Morris. Someone had to give down there. I just didn't think it would be him.
Well, what great racing. And there is the dude right there. He's waving, saying, hey, Florida, St. Petersburg, how are you? Lovely to be here. Give me a minute here. We're going to get back on all fours. Let everyone know that he's okay right there. But what a wild ride. Great racing going on. Paul Morris gets in the mix, gets up on his lid. Wild stuff going on. Let's take a minute. Let's go back and take a look and just see what happened here with a couple replays of Paul Morris. Everyone's good.
Oh, no.
Everyone's
It's contact with his teammate.
It looks like it. It looks like it might be Lyondike and Morris together. Here's a better look.
And he's just got him. That was enough to unsettle. Then the ramp made sure he finished off and moved the ramp about 8 to 10 foot forward then. It was a soft roll by any standard, but this might tell us a bit more. And all of a sudden, what's going on here? Blue-green for a minute.
Yeah, maybe that tap wasn't as soft as it looked like at first. Here we are on board with Lyondike. Comes around, gets into his teammate. I think maybe in normal circumstances that might not have been as bad, but going at the ramp, here's another look. We're on board with Jones, PJ Jones here. We look, you see both of them. Lyondike gets involved with his teammate Morris, gets Morris over on his roof. So there you see the safety team out there and see Stadium Super Trucks, Kyle Robbins, and also Mike Nemec. Mike Nemec actually one of the engineers that assisted Arctic Cat with building the new awesome Arctic Cat Wildcat 1000 side-by-side. So a lot of great talent out there mechanically getting that truck going.
Paul Morris wants to get going right now because he flies the smoke out of truck number 67. We'll take a short break and come back for the final part of round number 5 here in St. Petersburg. Well, the competition caution came out a fraction early here at St. Petersburg, and that's had a chance to reset the field for the final dance in round number 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks here at St. Petersburg.
It's almost like deja vu all over again as we're coming out of this last and final comp caution. Matt Brabom still out in front, the 83 Safecraft Safety Equipment truck, but the green flag is flying. This is the last and final all-out dogfight to the checkered flag.
And look at Brabom pushing his old teammate as far as he can towards the inside wall, and Creed says, I'll try the outside. They'll try the switchback.
Whoa.
Gordon thinks the same down the inside of Gavin Harlan and gets it done up to third.
Well, talk about really getting out of it. Creed pushes Brabom off the ramp. Oh, it looks like Junior gets into the wall a little bit right there. Hamilton Jr. gets himself into the wall. Things just really unleashed right there on this last and final run to the checkered flag as we see all the drivers really making some wild and sketchy moves. As you see right now, Creed tries to go the inside on Brabham, couldn't make it happen, says hold on, calm down, let's regroup. We got a couple laps left here. So we go back, here's a replay. There is Creed. Runs it hard into the side of Brabham, pushes Brabham around the ramp. Pretty exciting stuff right there. And one more replay here. On board with Creed, moves Brabham over. Brabham says, I can't hit that jump right now. I'm going to crash. We don't need to do that, ruin this win. As he's pushing forward the opportunity to take one home after a horrible day yesterday.
In the background, that shot you saw, Hamilton Jr. hit the ramp with 2 wheels, and that fenced him in the wall. Oh, speaking of the fence, one of the live trucks, that was Ari Leindyke Jr. hitting the wall, driver's right. And now, will that leave him vulnerable to these 2 guys behind him?
Oh, and look like Harlan almost gets in the wall as well. Tell you think these guys are pushing and pushing until you get to the last and final laps, and they just unleash the beast right here. And they are just really skinny pedal, as you would say, the loud pedal, and swapping a lot of paint with themselves, with the wall, with everything around them. And so these guys are getting everything they can out of these Stadium Super Truck.
White flag flies. We've got 1 lap, so it's go time in round 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. Brabham with about 6 to 8 truck lengths now over Creed, and Gordon still second and third. It's Leindyke Jr. next, and the field is a bit more strung out than we expected in that 3rd segment of this race.
Well, I tell you, Creed right now, he's going to need a miracle to win this because he's got his hands full just keeping Gordon in 3rd place right now. Never mind catching Brabham. And when you got someone with that kind of pressure right now that Gordon's applying to Creed, that kind of slows you down a little bit as Gordon goes to the inside to Creed. Can he make it stick? Creed leans on him, swaps a little paint again. Creed's now on the inside, and now he's going to be on the outside. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there by Gordon, not able to make it happen. Great racing right there, and really trusting each other, really leaning on one another, both talents and abilities there. Oh boy.
Hamilton Jr. in the fence after such a strong debut has found the tyre wall. The always evolving number 75.
Whoa.
And that's a high-speed hit into the tyre wall. Man, was that hard.
Wow. Coming in really hot right there. The dude, he gets part of it as well. See him, he spins out. What a wild one. Dude has to wait to get the pack. Here we are on board with Hamilton Jr. coming in real hot. Oh, goodness gracious. Good thing that was a tire wall right there. Looking out the back here, coming in real hot. Oh! And the dude was coming in pretty hot as well. He had nowhere to go. We're on board with Paul Morris.
There's no contact at all down there. Strangely, it looked like there was, but there certainly wasn't.
No, I think that maybe just the dude was pushing it a little bit more just because so was Hamilton, and they both had a bit of an accident. Meanwhile, Matty Brabom, he's out front, way out front right now. Creed and Gordon racing for P2. Wild ride in either one of those trucks.
You can put the glasses down for the win here for Matt Brabham, but 2nd and 3rd is far from done. This guy collected 3 wins in season 2016. He debuted at the Indianapolis 500 for Pertec Team Murray. It's still on for 2nd and 3rd. We're watching Matt Brabham come towards the finish line here, and he will become the 6th different winner here at the St. Petersburg Grand Prix. The final round winner goes to Matt Brabham.
Look at that, Matt Brabom with the lead. Huge, huge airtime for Robbie Gordon and Creed as they race to the checkered flag. And second and third, Ari Lyondike and PJ Jones both getting hooked up early in the race, but they're finished out in the top 5 as well. So very exciting racing on right to the very end, Matt.
Don't panic, folks. That was part of the plan for Matt Brabom, picking up the win here in St. Petersburg as Expression session starts. We'll take a short break and catch up with the winner and check out the final round points here from St. Petersburg.
Stadium Super Trucks on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by KMC Wheels.
Well, the many thousands of race fans just starting to pile out of the St. Petersburg street circuit after Matt Brabom picked up the win in round number 5 of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. An incredible race.
It always is. This street circuit always leaves you wanting more. With Stadium Super Trucks and St. Petersburg circuit, it's just wild racing here, always swapping a lot of paint. And let's take a look at the results here. You see Matt Brabom from round 5 up on top of the box. Sheldon Creed, second place. Robbie Gordon, Ari Lyondike Jr., Jones, Gavin, Paul the Dude Morris battled for a 7th place. Jeff Hoffman, Bill Hines, Davey Hamilton Jr. rounds out the top 10. Let's take a moment and speak with our winner.
Oh, incredible, yeah. It was a disappointment, obviously, over the last couple of days with the power steering, as you said, and yeah, I just wanted a new truck and get rid of all the gremlins that were moving around under the hood, so very happy. I was a bit angry today, so I had a bit of fury going through my veins, and I just wanted to win that race so bad, so I just put my head down, and when Robbie and Sheldon started battling each other right at the end there, gave me a chance to get the break and get the win, so I'm really thrilled, and really grateful to Safecraft put me in the truck this weekend. They're an awesome company, and they've done me really good, so I'm so happy to be here, and to get the win is just fantastic.
And no question about that is we get to have a repeat winner this year Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks, and now Sheldon Creed goes to the top on 133 points. Paul Morris drops back to second now. But a man who finished 3rd overall in today's race is our weekend winner, is Robbie Gordon. He's down in the paddock right now.
Yeah, the truck was good this weekend. The biggest thing I was able to do is the track was really slick, and I was able to put the power down. I could make up a lot of time on Sheldon when I'd come out of the corners, and I just tried not to spin the tires, but I spun the tires there coming out of turn 9, and that was enough for him to get ahead of me and beat me in the 3rd moto. But overall, all the trucks ran good. Matt started up front. When a guy like Brabom starts up front, it's hard to catch him.
Tyre field has been very hard to catch this year. The weekend has come to an end at St. Petersburg. Great racing all round. We're heading to Long Beach for the next 2 rounds of the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks in April. For more information, head to stadiumsupertrucks.com and at Stadium Super Trucks on Facebook and Instagram. For Sean Sermony and our entire CBS Sports team, I'm Matt Nolte. We'll see you in California for the next races in the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks.